Hey guys, I'm back, and I missed last week, but to be fair, I actually have like a real excuse this time, and that excuse is work and school. I was at work all week, and I had classes all week, and I had work classes, so it kind of ate up most of my time, but here I am, making another video. So, I thought I would talk about October books. So basically that's just books I plan to read this October. And I can't really say they're much different than what I normally read just during the regular school year, but I'm labeling these my October books because they're more spooky or scary or mysterious or whatever you want to call them. So I guess we'll get right into it. The first book that I plan to read is The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. I've never actually read this book, which is kind of surprising. I do know the story, obviously, from, like, movies, and just, like, in general, I just know what it's about. I was lucky enough to get this in an Owl Crate box, and I just really love the cover of this. It's kind of great. I love the look of it, and I plan on reading that starting sometime soon, I guess. I also plan on reading 2 Goosebumps books. I read those at work with the kids every October, so I'll definitely be reading those. And the first one we've already started and is called Frankenstein's Dog, and it's an interesting book, that's for sure. It's very much a Goosebumps book. And the second one we will be reading is Vampire Breath. That one's a classic Goosebumps book, so you've probably heard of it if you've ever heard of Goosebumps, because it's a pretty common one. So those two, I don't have those with me because those ones are at work, but those are 2 of them that we plan to read. So there we go. The next book is Project 17 by Laurie, Faria, Stolarz. I've read this book hundreds of times, as you can tell by the condition of this book. I'm kind of hard on books, but I also read them a lot, so they kind of just get worn out. I love this book. This book is about a teenager, and he wants to win a film contest, and so he gets his friend and a couple other people from school together, and they go to an abandoned asylum, and he films a movie there, and he like makes up a script, and he wants it to be all spooky and scary, and then they end up encountering like an actual haunting, and they have to solve a mystery, and it sounds really trivial as I explain it to you, but like it's a really good book. It's written in different perspectives, so each character has at least one chapter of their own perspective, and I think that's great, being able to see everybody else's thoughts. So, great book here. I just hit myself in the face with the book. Is Welcome to the Dark House by Laurie, Faria, Stolarz. Again, I honestly really have no idea what this book is about. It looked spooky, and I love Laurie, Faria, Stolarz's novels, so I picked it up. I also picked up Return to the Dark House. It is the second book. I don't know what it's about either, so going in blind, but that's okay, because sometimes those are the best kinds. Sometimes books just seem better if you don't know what they're gonna talk about at all. So those are the next books I'm gonna read. And last but not least, I have And the Trees Crept In. This is by Dawn Kurtagich. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I don't really know what this is about either, but it looked kind of scary, and I picked it up, and I was like, it looks like a good October read. So I'll be reading this one as well. Yeah, I mean, it also has trees in it, and I really like trees, so even if it's not that spooky, trees. I also have Stephen King's It here. I don't know if I'll read this one this year. I have read bits and pieces of this novel. I've never actually like read the full thing, but I saw the movie recently and I was like, maybe I'll pick up the book again and try to read it. So that might be in my October reads. I know I said the last one was last, but this one is actually last. So that's it. If you have any book recommendations, let me know down in the comments. If you are like, this is a great Halloween book, or this is a great book and I think other people should read it, just let me know what they are and I'll definitely take a look. If you guys want to follow my progress, I have a Twitter and a Tumblr and an Instagram, and they're all linked below. If you want the most reliable information, the Twitter and Tumblr are updated more often than the Instagram, just because I don't feel like my picture taking skills are that great, so I kind of neglect my Instagram. But if you want to follow it, it is in the description. But that's it. So I hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you next time I film a video. Hopefully sometime this week, so that I can make up for missing last week. But my next video will be a September wrap-up, so be on the lookout for that. Hey guys, so I was just editing and I realized how unenthusiastic I looked and sounded in that video, and I apologize for that. I just don't have time to like completely refilm with school and work and stuff going on, so I'm sorry how unenthusiastic I sounded. I really am excited to read all of these books, and I'm excited to be making these videos. It's been one of those days and weeks, but that's okay, and it's been a good day. So, sorry about how unenthusiastic that video sounds, but, you know, the next video will be happier, and I'm sorry.